The funds should be given not directly to them, but through some kind of setup that you have of a professional body, where people who have done it, whether it's me, whether it's Gin Technology, whether it's you, anybody else, is there not because we want to make money on it, but because we should be able to look at them and say, "Hey, look at these products, look at the products that have come out later from around the world. They're not available." When you look at pirated products, who's going to import something which is very rare and wonderful because it's not being marketed? You know, they'll do Word ka copy, but who's really interested in a great multimedia product if it doesn't have girls in it? So, so I mean, you've got to show them this. There's a whole library which I would carry, you would have, of things that we did to look at. To show them that, show them what the standards that they have to meet are technically,
definitely,
qualitatively, to be that. For those to be vetted by people who have aesthetics, to have somebody show it to a bunch of people from Arts Council people to the Inns Valley people to, say Mahashmi or something. Or
so that a certain quality and standard is
quality
maintained.
has been maintained. That's one. The other way is to do it is for the government's, say, tourism department, travel and tourism department, or the embassies. Put together some funds. I mean, they go around with a begging bowl asking expats to give some money and put it over here into some idiot place. Why don't they ask expats, all right, you give us the money, in America, let's say, and we'll bring back a CD-ROM which shows Pakistan's culture, history, art, and that's going to be available here at the embassy for you to buy as gifts and give it on to people, your friends, to your companies, etc. And maybe you give them back in return 2 copies each for having contributed something. They would love to do it.
Okay.
The reason why, I mean, I asked people in America if they would do it. On Pakistaniyat.com, somebody, when I did a blog post somewhere, and someone mentioned at the bottom, are you saying that why would it be fair CD?
Yes.
And I said, yes, listen, why is there not a follow-up? I said, because there's no money. I mean, I've got enough material now to do a whole Fairs Interactive DVD-ROM using that material and lots of new material.
Correct.
You have it, I have it, other people have it. We could do that together. We have tremendous advantage and we have a lot of that old material already. And he asked me how much would it cost, and I said, well, I don't know what the price then, whatever it cost, but now this is the amount of time that it will cost. If you look at manpower and time, that guy wrote to me and said, all right, so when you're ready to go, let us know. We'll try and send you some money.
But some is not enough.
Some is not enough. It's got to be done. Who's going to take the distribution? I mean, that Singapore company that bought 5,000 copies. We bought 1,000 back of them through Jung, etc. to distribute it. But what happened? After a few days, India, where everybody was asking for it, there were pirated copies available in India because they never saw the original. It sold a bit and then they finally lost out and they said,
so we need it to be properly marketed and distributed.
But today, the knowledge of that rests with tons of people in the IT.
Correct.
And we've always tried, everybody's going into Java, so let's go into Java, and everybody's going to SQL, so let's go SQL. But why isn't anybody going here? There is still tons to be made. What happens is that once in a while they'll release an audio cassette or something, which we don't know anything about, or they'll release an audio CD we know nothing about. But if there was a website which said, all right, this is all available. So if we were going to do multimedia work, or this new group that was going to do it, and we were going to help them around, we'd say, all right, we'll go and do the research for you, show you what's available, because you've got to know that you can't start off on a venture, if we're going to do a CD-ROM on Muhammad Hanif, and then all we've got is paper clippings.
Right.
There's got to be more interactivity in that.
Right.
So what if there is material? Why won't PTV, Radio Pakistan, etc. be willing to share those materials?
That's a very difficult job.
No,
you remember?
But, it's not. It shouldn't be difficult. If there was a government project,
yes.
If the PPP today in power, who probably has placed one person of theirs in every one of these places, or will do in the next 10 days, so why won't they say, all right, sure, Radio Pakistan has to make money. At the moment, it's not making any money out of this archive. I would like it to make money, because if they don't make money, then the archive will go brittle and die. So I'm very keen that everybody involved makes money.
Right.
But if Radio Pakistan can say, all right, we'll give you Josh's poems, and PTV can say, we can give you Josh's live interviews, etc., and they put a value on it, a sensible value, and say, all right, this is what it will cost, we'll charge you 10,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees, whatever it is, whatever they think is sensible. And it should be sensible through a local standard value.
Oh.
But this is an IOU. You make the CD, when you get it, when it's marketed, it has all their logos and everything on it. And when it sells it, they get a percentage commission until such time as their payment is made, and after that, a nominal royalty. Be wonderful. I'd be quite happy to do that.
Okay, so
yeah, but when we were doing Fair CD, don't forget that when I went to PTV and we wanted one video clip, one single video clip of Fair Saab talking to children, PTV had shown it a couple of times, lost, never been interested any further. To this day, it's never been released. Nothing has been released like that from them. When I asked them, they said we'll charge you 1 lakh rupees.
For one video.
For one video, 2 minutes of Faiz Saab talking to children about his child.
So then it wouldn't work.
So the whole CD we were going to be paid for 5 lakh rupees from Singapore, for it to pay all the other royalties, of which we had paid EMI royalty for all the songs that we'd used. And these guys were not willing. And this was a time when Muniza Hashmi was heading Lahore's television station. That's Faiz's daughter. And she couldn't get it. She said, well, I can't give it to you because the boss says, that's illegal. So this is just, they saw an opportunity. Nobody had ever given them money. Now they want all the money they can get out of the same. They would like to run the next 10 years of PTV with that money if they can. So I think the government should do this. And you have to go to all these little IT twerpy meetings that you get to and talk to all these nutcases who sit there in power and tell them that this is where you must put some funds.
Right.
Even half of the ones that you put in your own pocket, at least put those there.
Zach, we could go on and on.
I know.
This has been brilliant. We'll have you back. Maybe we can do a series about education and IT. I think that's an area that you're
technology would be something.
Yes,
what I would really be interested is that if we can look today, because hopefully young people are watching this program, but we'd like to take tapes of this if they're available later, or if they're putting in CDs or anything, because teachers don't go watching this kind of stuff. I'd like the CDs to be able to be given to schools every time I make a presentation.
Right.
The thing that we'd like to discuss in that one program or two programs is how technology, as is in general, can be best utilized as it is being done there outside best cases. And the second one is how new things like the social networking tools,
correct,
how they can go into. I really can't believe that a child who is on Twitter and on Facebook and all sorts of things, and is exchanging sometimes very meaningful things. And also, why are we pushing them? I'm 69 years old, I'm on Twitter. So why the hell isn't he on Twitter? Right. But the teacher is not on Twitter. I mean, she's a teacher, so obviously she's got to be stern-faced. Quietly she tweets all the time.
So we need to create an awareness.
We have to show them how this is being used in colleges and schools and universities abroad for educational purposes.
Correct.
But they're still fighting battles about, the guy is writing great with GR and the number 8 in his English essay. Right, so you want to do what about it? Because if Chaucer saw what you write, he'd throw a fit.
Okay, so that's another series, and we will come and do it again. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for being with me and tolerating it. I'm sorry you'll have to cut out lots of this stuff.
No, we won't. We will try and retain as much of it as possible. This is a family channel, so a few words here and there.
Yeah. Thank you.
That was an amazing session with Zahir Alam Kidwai. Until next time, this is Jahan Ara signing off from In the Line of Wire.